Hello and welcome everyone. Let's get this party started. Welcome friends and family from far and wide. My name is Colleen Alber and I'm joined today by Glenn Gibson to celebrate the launch, the release of his new and first book, Before the Mic. Glenn and I have worked together for over 15 years and I know that anyone on with us right now would agree that he is bar none the best presenter that exists today. And his incredible book, Before the Mic, is unique in that it really talks about and it helps want-to-be presenters craft their story and compose their presentation before they even step up to the microphone. So grab a drink and settle in because we have some fun in store for you today. So I'm joined by Glenn and we'll start at the very top. Glenn, why the 5 p.m. time slot?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, it's kind of over here in Ohio. It is happy hour time. So grab a drink, whichever one of these two types of beverages tickles your fancy. Cheers. I would say there may be this type of liquid in this type of cup. That is a Zoom trick that I've learned after a year of working from home. Nobody knows when you're drinking a cup of tea or you have it. Anyway, grab a drink. And yes, we have a lot of friends joining us from the UK as well. So we wanted to kind of give them the opportunity before it was too late for bed. So welcome everyone. We're so excited that you joined us.
Yeah. So if you have any questions or comments for Glenn, regardless of what platform you might be joining us on, please type them into the chat. We would love to know you're here, where are you from, maybe how you know Glenn. And if you have any questions, I have many questions prepared, things that I want answers to. But if you have a question for Glenn, type that in. I'm going to try to monitor the multi social media channels that we've got going right now and ask your question live on the air. So Glenn, this is a book launch, a book signing, if you will, that we're going to attempt to accomplish virtually. How are we going to make the book signing, the physical book signing, happen in this virtual environment?
Well, that's an excellent question. So I just learned this. So there is something called an author plate, which is where if you send me or email me your address, I will sign an author plate, which is a fancy name for a sticker. I will dedicate it to you, and then you can stick it in your copy of the book and postage on me. So it's just to email me your name and address and who you would like the book dedicated to, and it would be my absolute honor and privilege to do so.
Yeah, I'm seeing lots of friends saying hi, Glenn. I don't know who you're seeing, but Adam Shane from Las Vegas. Hello, Tom Vitale, Ray Gerwig, some of our teammates. I see Mike Lovett. Katie is on, Amy Maxey, Jen Hine. Thank you guys so much for joining and saying hi and reading the book. We're thrilled to have you. So if you missed that, email Glenn at glenn@beforethemic.com. If you purchase the book, postage is on him. He will send you a little book plate, a little sticker to put in the front of your book that he signed. He's happy to dedicate it if you want to send out a couple gifts and things like that. So you might be wondering what is in store at a virtual book launch. You've already heard our live DJ, Fire Nation. He'll be back on later. We're going to chat with him, actually. I am beyond impressed with DJ Fire Nation, also known as Glenn's son, Finley. So get your questions in. We're going to chat with Glenn. We've got lots of prizes to give away. We have music, special performances. We have jugglers. We have magic tricks. We have fire. We have greetings from around the world. We have a little fun contest where we're going to help Glenn decide what video, almost like a little trailer video, he should release next for his book. And then lastly, he's got a competition for all of us readers out there. It's called Ready Presenter One, and he'll fill us in on the details of that at the end, but it's a fun little Easter egg hunt through his book.
Indeed. Now, I think just to get this party started, one, if you could share this stream, we have an hour of entertainment. This is intended to just be a good fun hour, something different to do off of a Tuesday evening. So go ahead and share the stream. We'd love it. And if you do, tell us in the chat you've shared it. You may have a chance to win additional prizes. But Colleen, let's give away a couple of these. So these are what I like to call actually useful bookmarks. These contain some of the best principles, are the pieces of the book that were most salient about how to evaluate your presentation and how to write a presentation. So I have these in bookmarks. So let's give away a few little bookmarks. So Colleen, you have the list of everybody who RSVP'd, right?
Correct. So everyone who is registered, I have in a random list. You give me a number and I'll rattle off a name. If I read your name, you've won a bookmark. Glenn will take care of sending it to you. We just need your address. So if you hear your name, email Glenn your address so that we can get it out, your physical address.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Right. So let's go with number, let's go early. Let's go number like 10.
Okay, let me look. And that is our friend from Highland, Mr. Doug Coupet.
Yes. All right. Perfect. All right.
Doug, you are a winner of 2 bookmarks. Okay, give me another one.
Let's go number 219.
Okay. Kristen Bejar. Kristen from our team. She actually lives in Phoenix. So Scottsdale, Arizona. Kristen, I don't know if you're on, but we can get her address. No problem.
All right, very good. Number 67.
Okay. Hold on. Rob Nordman. So Rob, hi. Winner. All right, so that's 3. I need 2 more. Give me a later number.
Number like 325.
Okay. Bill Smith. Bill Smith. So I think this might be built for one of our customers. It's a Gmail account, so I'm not for sure. But Bill Smith, if you're on, then you've won.
Very good. And then let's do one more. Let's do number 29.
Okay. And that is Steve DeFranco. So Steve, you are a winner as well. So thank you guys all so much. Oh my gosh, I am seeing so many hellos. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you for joining. Sarah Stoner, we're so excited. Hello from you and Jeff. Amari Dali Gonzalez, thank you. Thank you for buying a copy of the book. Glad to hear that it's coming. And I even see John Wee and Owen Morris from the Passing Zone on as well. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to get to your video in a minute.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so we have plenty more prize draws to come. We have these fun little mugs that Glenn and I are both sporting. We have signed copies of the books. We've got some more bookmarks, but this is a party. And let's get the party started. We are going to kick off. We have some entertainment from the Passing Zone. They are on live with us today. They've also prepared a little special comedy and juggling duo that we're going to show for you in a second. Glenn and I had an opportunity to see them live in Las Vegas a couple years ago. You are both mesmerized by their balancing and juggling ability, as well as laughing your pants off because they are so darn funny. We are thrilled to have them here. They are a 5-time Guinness World Record holder. They were guests at the White House, and they were finalists on America's Got Talent.
Now, I know in the chat, right where we started, John sent us a little promo video that with permission to play it. So
okay, so we can introduce who they are first.
We're going wild. We're going live. We're going to try something new. So let's see what happens right here.
All right. So a little introduction to the Passing Zone, who they are and what they do. Prepare to be amazed.
Recognize these guys from their numerous television appearances, including The Tonight Show.
America's Got Talent.
Oh, so much fun. I want to do it again.
The most amazing juggling you've ever seen.
How about juggling flaming torches and chainsaws?
Steve Harvey's Big Time.
Why you would juggle a chainsaw. Let's go, baby. They hold 5 Guinness World Records.
Do you feel some heat? I think that's our career.
The finest club passers in juggling today.
Out.
There was one act that made us laugh.
They have performed at the White House.
They were even invited to London for a Royal Command performance with Prince Charles.
Now, that is what I call teamwork.
The first world famous jugglers. Drum roll, please. Please welcome John Wee and Owen Morris, The Passing Zone. Come on, let's hear them.
Oh, that was
all right.
Just seeing them makes me smile. I get so excited to see what they've prepared for you today, Glenn. So here's just a little something that they said about Glenn's. Reading Glenn Benson's book today made me angry that I didn't read it or a book half this helpful many years ago. If I had, I could have written much better, clearer, well thought out presentations and saved many audiences from my mediocrity. We learned so much from this amazingly helpful book that we could now create an effective presentation without relying on machetes, stun guns, and chainsaws. We won't, but we could. You will, and you should. So a little something from John and Owen of the Passing Zone.
And here we go. Here's their video.
Hey everybody, I'm John.
And I'm Owen, and we are the Passing Zone.
And we're here today because we are so excited about something.
Check it out.
Here it is, the hottest book of the season.
Yeah.
Glenn Gibson's Before the Mic.
Oh.
This book is so great.
Yeah.
If you just flip through it, it's endless how many really good parts there are.
Why don't you share your favorite chapter,
Well,
John?
I would, but hold on. Okay,
hey.
you can show them
Okay,
yours.
well, hang on.
Okay,
You
it's
just
full
go-
of, there's so many good parts.
Oh, man, my favorite, actually, hang on.
Okay, I don't know where to begin.
Oh, man.
There are no best parts. The whole book is so darn great.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you get your hands on one of these. It is fantastic.
Oh, you're gonna dig it.
So once you get it, you'll have it.
Oh, right.
So get this, Before the Mic.
Yes.
Glenn Gibson.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And now I think we're ready.
Oh, yeah.
We're ready for this now.
Sure we are.
We've read the book. We're
got it.
ready. You can be too.
John Owen, thank you so much. That is so amazing.
You must have really impressed them years ago with your introduction to their performance at our community live, because that is high praise coming from those two.
Absolutely. And I think if their juggling career ever falters, they will have a wonderful career on QVC. Did you notice the marketing tagline? Once you've got it, you'll have it. That applies to any product. They're geniuses.
It's perfect. It's perfect. So I want to get to the book in a second, but there are so many people on that I want to say hi to. Megan Tong, thank you so much for joining. My sister from Minneapolis. Maureen and Mickey Flanagan, thank you guys for the best wishes. We're thrilled to be here. John Mancini from AIM, thank you so much for being here and saying hi. And lots of shouts to the Passing Zone. So thanks everybody who is a fan of theirs. So next we're going to play, before we get into the book, I have so many burning questions for Glenn. We are going to play the trailer to his book. And as he's queuing that up, a fun fact about this trailer, this was made by Autumn Line Studios, the Porter brothers, and they have worked with Adidas, Sony, Heineken, Maroon 5, Adam Levine, that's my boy, Wu-Tang Clan, Jennifer Lopez, Pink, Demi Lovato, and more. And here they are producing the trailer for Before the Mic. So let's take a look.
That moment when you're approaching the microphone and about to present. It's like you have lightning running through your veins, butterflies churning in your stomach, and drums beating in your chest. I think it's the same feelings people get when they're about to jump out of a plane, or propose to someone, or come face to face with a lion. Every presentation is an opportunity for you to make a profound impact on your audience. Does that idea thrill you or scare you? Some people say the key is practice, confidence, or great looking slides. These are important, but they almost come second. First, you have to be confident in the words you're going to say. You need to know how to write words that are meaningful, memorable, and motivational. You have to learn the skill of turning information into inspiration, and only then can you be truly confident. Before the Mic. Before the Mic, a book focused on writing amazing presentations.
Oh, I absolutely love it. That makes me want to read the book again and again. I've already read it twice, I'll be honest. And I'm not just sucking up because you're my boss's boss, but so good. So Susan DeCathalino, thank you for being on here. Bob Dunning and Bill Smith is on here, and he says thank you for the bookmark. So thank you guys so much for joining. So Glenn, you have given many, many, many stellar presentations, but giving a presentation and writing a book about it are two very different things. When did you first get the idea to write this book? You're muted.
Here I was hoping to get through this live stream without the classic line of 2020, 2021, you're on mute.
At least we know we're live.
Exactly. Yeah, over the last number of years, like several years, really, just jotting down things that I observed working, things that I promised myself to never do again. And then it was really just when I found myself giving advice and coaching to people, and there was kind of a foundational set of advice that was repeated over and over. So I started gathering those notes, and then it was at the end of 2019, my beautiful wife Rachel booked a cabin for me to go away. I don't know if she was doing it to just get rid of me or to fuel this project. But off I went, and I really kind of got stuck into the heart of this book. And the last year and a half has been a lot of evenings and weekends work. And here we are. I'm so excited for it to see the light of day.
Wow. What was your writing process like? So it sounds like you were kind of collecting information like in your mind. Were you taking notes? How did you condense all of it and organize it into the book?
Yeah, I actually made a decision to approach this book the same way I would approach a presentation. And I outline my methodology within the pages too. Yeah. So this idea of like brainstorming, jotting everything down, seeing it all, looking for patterns in the information, looking for big groupings of 3 to be able to kind of build the story around, and then going from there. So that was my process, and it worked, I think.
Yeah. So you almost, if I can, quote a little bit from the book, you almost use the empty the pantry analogy, or that same process on your book. Pull everything out of the pantry, organize it all, and then put it back in a way that makes sense.
Yes, I was like a mad scientist in that cabin, like seeing all these pieces of paper and just staring at it for hours, trying to figure out what to do.
Where was the cabin? Were you here in Ohio?
It was in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very fun. Your wife, Rachel, is absolutely wonderful. And just so everybody knows, she is big time behind the scenes on not only the book, but this whole production as well. She has been helping Glenn and I every step of the way.
I neglected to dedicate the book to my wife, Rachel, which somebody pointed out. They're like, why is the dedication?
No, you have a beautiful acknowledgement.
However, if you get to the back, you'll see you'll see my heart, because I wanted to have a heartfelt note to my wife. So it's in the book.
Yeah, and read it, everyone. It's absolutely beautiful. Made me, clam up a little bit. It was beautiful. Rachel's wonderful. And I can attest to that. So it gives it away right on the cover. You use this theory of the 3 M's, and you play around with the rule of 3 a lot. And you say how to compose meaningful, memorable, and motivational presentations, the 3 M's.
Yeah.
Now, for those of us at Highland, we also have 3 M's for our Monday morning meeting. Is there any correlation or relationship between the two?
It is just a happy accident of a beautiful M alliteration. That's all it is.
Although certainly if you were going to get up in front of the whole company at one of our Monday morning meetings, you would want your presentations to follow these 3 M's. So it fits, it works. Yeah.
So true.
Do you have any presenters that you admire?
So yes, I am privileged, and this, not to turn this into a love fest, but I'll get to work with a team of wonderful evangelists, Colleen, yourself included, some of the best presenters in the business.
Thank you.
It is an honor to be able to work with someone where when they grab the microphone, you can have just absolute confidence that they have put in so much energy and time into the preparation that it's going to be good. So the evangelist team at Highland, there's loads of really great events at Highland, but especially because we all work together for sure. And then my dad too. So my dad does a lot. He does a lot of public speaking. He does a lot of Bible education. And I've always admired how he preps himself before getting up there. And why I dedicated the book to him, because he helped me really kind of understand what it took to get on our platform.
Well, all these years that I've known you, I don't think I ever knew that your dad was also a presenter. That's amazing.
He is a dark horse, my dad. I'm hoping he's on. Hi, Dad, if you're there.
Yeah. So I'm going to go a little off script for a second, because we have a good question that has come in, and Ray is wondering. So I asked about, when did you find time to write the book and get the idea for the book? Ray is wondering, when did you also discover that you were an illustrator as well? Because I don't know that everyone knows that not only did you write the book, but all of the illustrations are your own originals as well.
So I discovered that I was an illustrator through the process of writing this book. Basically, I've always enjoyed sketching. And then as I was writing it, kind of like when I prepare PowerPoints, I'll just sketch down some ideas for things. So as I was writing my script, I started just making pictures of illustrations that in my mind, when I did them, would go off to some, experienced artist that I would have to, pay lots of money to create the versions. And then when I floated the manuscript out, a lot of people started to say, love these illustrations. Where'd you get the illustrations? Much to my amusement. Now, my favorite author growing up was Roald Dahl. And his artist was a guy called
DFG and Matilda,
His artist was Quentin Blake, and he has a very loose kind of like style. I love the whimsical style. That was kind of like what was in my head. And then, much to my surprise, that my publisher and a lot of friends from the Greenleaf Publishing Group are on the line, which, hello, everybody. I fully expected them to be like, okay, we need to get an actual proper artist to illustrate your book. And much to my surprise, they all said that they liked it too. So here we go.
Well, they're beautiful and they're really well done. I'll be honest with you, until I found out a little bit into this process, I had no idea that you did all these illustrations. And then I was like, oh, that's right. There isn't an illustrator on here. And to find out what was you, well done.
Well, thank you.
So Danker is also wondering, how long did it take you to write the book? So, we know you went away to the cabin for a couple weeks, but in total, from what you would determine as your start to your finish, how long did it take? Thank you for the question.
Excellent question. Thank you. The start was September 2019 was really when I was like, I am writing this thing. And I would say it was only about 4 weeks ago that I finally let go of the manuscript and said, it's done. Because there was tweaks right up until the go time with print. So it was really a year and a half.
Okay. A year and a half. Well done, my friend. All right. One more question and then we'll jump back into some other stuff. A lot of people commenting and wondering if you have a plan to do an at the mic book and an after the mic type book.
Well, we'll see how this one does first. Very possibly.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, one last question that I have for you, Glenn, because I think this is one that, I also get this as a presenter a lot. And the question is, do you still get nervous presenting? Do you still have a little bit of a fear or a little bit of jitters of getting up to the microphone? And do you? And then what are some of your tips to combat that?
Yes. So the answer to that question is yes. And I would also say that it is nerves are something that should be channeled and should be present. And the worst presentations I have ever given in my life are presentations where I haven't been nervous enough and I haven't prepped enough. And I'm like, oh, I'm super confident I've got this. And just something has gone wrong. I forgot about some slide formatting or just I kind of was stumbling over my words. So overconfidence is such an Achilles heel to present to presentations. So this idea of being nervous happens how can you not have butterflies in your stomach when you get in front of a group of people?
And I'll always say, I think nerves are a good thing. It means that you're excited about the presentation, you're passionate about your material, you care. If I agree with you, if you're not nervous, you don't care enough.
Yeah,
you want to do a good job. Yeah. Okay. So if you have the book, if you've purchased it on Amazon, please leave a review. If you are into Goodreads, and you mark the different books that you've read or you want to read, leave us a review there as well. The reviews certainly go a long way to help out Glenn and the sales of the book and the purchase of the book. So please leave us a review. So keep the questions coming in. I don't want to break for very long because I'm seeing a lot of questions come in the chat, Glenn, but maybe we could skip to the DJ for a second.
Yeah, let's
a minute or so. Fire up DJ Fire Nation.
Let's see if DJ Fire Nation is ready. Are you with us, DJ?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. Play a little something. DJ Fire Nation, can I ask you a couple questions?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. First off, how old are you, my friend?
I am 13.
13 years old. Incredible. You should be so proud. You sound fantastic. How long have you been DJing or spinning discs, if they still say that?
I've been DJing for 3 years, but producing music for 4.
Wow. Way to go. What type of music do you do? Do you do your own stuff or somebody else's?
I do my own stuff. Yeah.
Wow. 13 years old, DJing, producing your own music. I was just getting my babysitting gigs together when I was 13. So I applaud you, my friend, and you're already embarking on a full-fledged music career. Thanks for being here today.
No problem.
Oh, good. All right. We've got lots of great comments coming in, Glenn. Everyone is so excited to get the book, or they have their copy and they love it. A lot of my copies coming on Friday. Can't wait to read it. They're going to leave you a review. Lots of accolades on your presentations as well.
Oh my goodness.
And many comments that second and third, our notion of it's good to be nervous.
Yes,
And you
for sure.
absolutely have to prepare. Okay, so this is a book launch, a book reading, a book signing, an overall book party. It's pretty standard for an author to maybe read a favorite part or a small excerpt from the book. Do you have a favorite passage that you'd like to share?
Well, I was like reluctantly doing this, but Rachel picked a section of the book which was her favorite. So I'm just going to read a page. How is that?
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
The floor is yours.
Excellent. And this is something that kind of sums up a lot of with this one little story right here about a lot of the philosophy of presenting and organizing the information, because we talk about this idea of the rule of 3 and applying this to presentations as a whole thing. So here we go. This is on page 42. And here is an objection to using the rule of 3 is that someone might say, I cannot possibly reduce my information to 3 points. So here's what the book says. So, or my words, someone once approached me and said, I hear what you're saying about the rule of 3, and I want to apply it, except that I'm about to deliver a presentation on the Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. How do I explain the 7 habits if I can only have 3 points? This, as you have probably deduced, was a very good question. So I decided to ask a series of questions. Can you guess which ones I asked? I asked them, who is your audience? What do they care about? And what do you want them to do? Here were his answers. Work colleagues, improving themselves professionally, and then for them to read the book. Now we're getting somewhere. Given that the goal of the presentation was for the audience to read the book, we discussed what information would help him accomplish that goal. He realized that it was not necessary to explain what the 7 habits even were. He ended up focusing his presentation on making a compelling case for people to read the book. After some brainstorming and applying the methodologies covered in section 3, we came up with a simple agenda for his presentation. Why the 7 habits matter, results from applying them, and where to learn more, which ultimately was read the book. So applying the rule of 3 saved him and his audience from the path he was going down, which was to trying to cram all the actual 7 habits into 10 minutes. Here's the point. Even the most perplexing of topics can be distilled into 3 main points if you ask yourself the 3 essential questions and build a presentation to help you meet your goal. There you go.
Well done. I love it. And I would agree that is an issue that's often raised when we do any of our presentation coaching. There's no way I can get these 15 important topics down into 3. And whether it's 15 important topics or 7 habits, it can be done because it forces you to boil down to the most important things. And I think I've even heard you say before to our team, not just do you recommend the rule of 3, you now insist on it.
Yeah, I used to suggest that. Now I'm like, just do it. It's the best way forward.
So Tom Vitale, our esteemed colleague, wants to know what's all over your bookshelves in the back there. What book is that?
It's a book I have lots of copies I'm hoping people buy. That's
Caitlin Nolan would like to know if you have any, particular tips that you use to help calm your nerves? Anything that you do particularly?
Yes, I get into the room early. I pace the room. I breathe. I like to have some music to listen to beforehand and just embrace that right before go time. Kind of like right before this live stream, we had done as much as we could to prepare. So then just go for it.
Yeah, I agree. A deep breath. But a lot of it comes down to if you're prepared with what you're going to say, you've rehearsed your presentation, you're ready, you're there to have fun, you'll nail it. You know, Glenn and I even had to remind ourselves before doing this, just breathe and have fun. Because of course we were nervous as usual. You just have to breathe and have fun. And we knew what we were going to talk about. And so hopefully it comes across how much we care.
I don't always have whiskey at a work presentation though.
Okay, so this is the segment I've really been looking forward to. We have some friends from around the world who have sent in some greetings. Highlanders on the line. You'll recognize many of these familiar faces, as well as the Gibson family. You'll see some friends and family members as well. So let's fire up our hellos from around the world. Sit back, relax, refill your drink, and here we go.
Hey guys, it's Mon from South Africa. Glenn and Colleen, just wanted to say hello, show you a little bit of the landscape. We're in an area called the Cedarburg. It's really beautiful, and just wanted to say, Glenn, I'm so proud of you for your book. It's amazing. Sorry I can't actually make the launch party, but I'm there in spirit, and I definitely had a glass of wine, actually champagne, for you tonight. Congratulations, and lots of love to you and Colleen. Bye.
Hi everyone. Glenn, I just wanted to say congratulations on your book. I'm really looking forward to reading it. I hope you're enjoying your launch party and your big day, and cheers to everyone from the Netherlands.
From Elia and Elaine in the Provence in the south of France. Congratulations on your book launch.
Hello from London.
Congratulations on the launch of your new book, Before the Mic. Woohoo!
Hey Glenn, how you doing? Just want to say I'm really happy for you with the book launch and hope everything goes okay today and that you have a great night there with everything that happens. So take care, be thinking about you, and look forward to catching up tomorrow with the recording. See ya, bye.
Hi Glenn, Mark here from Brisbane in Australia. So glad I can join you virtually today for your book launch. I'm very excited that you have been able to see your dream come to fruition, and so look forward to receiving my copy here down under. Have a fantastic launch. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, greetings from Aberdeen, Scotland. I am standing before the second largest granite building in the world. I'm also standing before Before the Mic, book by Glenn Gibson, another icon of Scotland. Buy the book, it'll change your presentation life.
Hi Glenn, let's be honest, there's not much has ever come out of Scotland of any note. Glasgow Rangers, you, Mel Gibson. Oh, sorry, what? Mel Gibson's not Scottish? Oh, okay. So the Rangers, you, and the Proclaimers. Okay. But anyway, good luck with the book. Good luck with your efforts, and hopefully gives everyone a chance to pick up some of the great skills that you have to share in that area. Good luck, mate.
was fantastic. And it just warms my heart to see all those friendly faces. Glenn, you are so loved. You're muted.
Yes, I did it again. I was just saying I am so grateful for all of those. I made me cry watching all of those. It was amazing.
Beautiful. And speaking of the Proclaimers, who Mike mentioned, it's you and the Proclaimers is the big things coming out of Scotland. Bill Smith said it's always been a dream of his to sing 500 Miles with you on the karaoke stage. So we'll have to find each other somewhere.
Well, Bill,
sometime and be able to do it.
After this pandemic is all over, let's plan it.
Yeah. Matthew commented and said he corrected a presentation for one of his friends this week and he applied the rule of 3. So thank you, Glenn, for that. Lots of shouts to our friends from overseas, just saying hello to Mon and to Mike and to Mark. Jessica asked, what would you say was the biggest challenge in writing a book?
Honestly, just getting over the fear of all of the fear of doing it. Kind of like, oh, there's so many books out there. And my wife gave me some great advice. She said, listen, because I kept kind of coming to crisis moments where I'm like, I'm giving up. I'm not doing it. And she kept saying, just because there are other cookbooks out there doesn't mean that someone shouldn't write another one. And that kind of kept me going to say, okay, I'm just going to keep going. I've got an angle. I believe in this so much. I'm just going to keep rolling forward.
Again, Rachel for the win.
Totally.
All right. So we just had some wonderful accolades from friends from all over the world. For anyone that has the book, and especially for any of you Highlanders, if you look at the very front, the accolades and endorsements are just, they're out of the park. And they are well-deserved and really incredible. But there's one in particular, and it's on the back of the book from Rory McDonald of the Celtic rock band Runrig. So for those of us in the States, that's the majority of the people here. Can you tell us a little bit about Runrig and who they are and the significance in your life?
Yes. So I'm going to try and explain this without sounding like a crazy person. And I would just say after this, we were going to try to play a little trailer about YouTube. We can't do that. But I thought what we could do is I could illustrate my love of the band with my vinyl collection. So this is my Runrig vinyl collection, which is every album that they've released on vinyl except for one. This is their first album from the 70s.
Yeah, I was going to say, holy 70s, bell bottoms.
Check out those dudes and those bell bottoms. So this is an album called Play Gaelic. They brought Gaelic music and rock music together and they pioneered that. So out of all of my collection, I have their first album and then their last album on vinyl and everything in between. And I won't go through all of it together, but I will show you this. So this was my first Runrig concert that happened when I was 14. This is when Runrig played in front of 50,000 people on the banks of Loch Lomond. And I was there down the front over here somewhere. And at the concert, they had a little, you could put your name down and there's this book of names of the fans that were there. And I am so excited. My name is in this book from 14 years old all the way to now. So if that doesn't make me sound completely crazy, all I would say is Runrig are this legendary Scottish band, Celtic music. They sing about the landscape in the Highlands. And I've been a huge fan my whole life, as you can tell by my vinyl collection.
Well, you are not alone. Kathleen Eves says, yes, Runrig. And Kim Kemp says, Runrig, end of every wedding in Scotland.
Yes, that is correct.
So they are a big deal. And here's what they said about your book. The use of songwriting as an analogy is a reoccurring theme throughout this brilliant book of ideas and life-changing advice on how to write captivating presentations. So cheers to you, my friend.
That is such an honor from people that have written the soundtrack of music that I've enjoyed my whole life.
So, okay, so that's the Runrig connection. That's who's endorsed on the back of this book. I think we have a special acoustic cover of one of their songs, don't we?
Yes, we do. So this is from a solo tribute act. My friend called Richie Muir, who is going by the moniker One Rig because he is singing tribute songs. So let's enjoy this song from one of my favorites. So here we go.
In the meantime, if you have any questions for Glenn or comments, please put them in the chat. We're loving all the interaction.
Good evening. It's great to be here to celebrate the launch of your book, Glenn. I'm Richie Muir. I'm a musician based in the land of Robin Hood in Nottingham, England. As you can tell, I'm not English though. I'm from the same town in Scotland as Glenn, South Queensferry, just outside of Edinburgh. I don't deliver presentations for a living like you do, but I spend a lot of time behind a microphone. So I definitely relate to the concepts in your book. You know, before you even start thinking about working on your performance, you need to have quality material. So along those lines, I'm going to sing a song from a band who've written some of the best songs ever. A band that we both love and has a strong connection to your book. The legendary Scottish band Runrig. Not only do you mention them in the book, the bass player and the songwriter of the band, Rory MacDonald, liked your book too and gave you a quote for the back cover, which is brilliant. So to honour this musical connection to Before the Mic, I'm going to sing one of my favourite songs by them, and one of your favourite songs as well, Glenn. It's called In Search of Angels. I hope you like it. Thanks. Pick up the broken pieces from the ground, all your diminishing returns, and take a good look at the master plan. Down here every candle burns. You are as gentle as the morning dawn. Torment can wash away your grace. In search of angels with youest eyes, so many suns light up your face. Tonight the skies are red, so red they fill my eyes. Sundown and barren words that can't describe your island paradise. But I know that all is well with the world. Don't worry anymore, don't worry now. Too many seas to cross, too many roads. You leave me with my higher need. There's one horizon in our borrowed hour. So many little lives we lead. Tonight the skies are red, so red they fill my eyes. Sundown and barren words that can't describe your island paradise. But I know that all is well with the world. Don't worry anymore, don't worry now. Another sun will rise, another sun will rise. Back to you, Glenn.
Glenn, we have so many exciting things in store. I don't even know what to do next. We've got questions from the audience. We have our DJ. We have another little clip from the passing zone. I'll let you decide.
All right, let's do a couple of questions and see what our jugglers are up to.
Okay, very good. So the first question came in from our good friend Tori, and she wants to know, what is your favorite tip for presenting virtually?
Good question. It is pretend that there is a live audience sitting in your room with you. The biggest mistake with virtual presenting is to pretend, is just kind of think you're just talking into a webcam, but you have to approach it the exact same way as if you're walking out in front of a whole auditorium full of people. That would be my top tip.
I agree. You got to pretend there's a live person there right with you and you're talking to them.
Yeah.
The other question that I've got for you came from Betsy, and she wants to know, was there anything that surprised you in writing this book, or what was the most surprising part of the process? Just any kind of, unknowns that you can share with us that popped up and gave you a little surprise.
it just like how hard it was.
See, I would have thought that going in.
I just had a lot of great ideas, and then you write it and then read it back and you're like, that's absolute rubbish, and then get rid of it and then kind of bring it back together. So I tried to really make sure that the book had no fluff in it, but it had a lot of really quality stuff, and really tried to apply some of the ideas of, analogies and all the different things. It take a long time to think through.
Yeah. Good to know. Amy Maxey, I agree. I love that song, the Run Ring song. I'd never heard it before either, and I think that Richie is just so captivating. I love the acoustic version. Chris Howard from Dublin, welcome, welcome, welcome. So nice to have you on. Thanks for joining us so late at night there. It's good to have you. Okay, should we check in with the DJ, Fire Nation, and let him play for a minute?
Here we go, DJ.
All right, DJ Fire Nation, it's all you, man.
All right, thanks.
I absolutely love it. DJ Fire Nation at its finest.
Awesome.
So good. Your music is incredible. So I think we have an extra special guest who's going to wow us with a card trick. If he's ready. Oh, I see him. Welcome, Oren. Okay, come on right up to the camera. This is Glenn and Rachel's son, Oren, and he's going to do a card trick for us. All right, whenever you're ready.
It has been this young man's lifelong ambition to be on YouTube live stream. So how does it feel?
Good.
Okay. All right. Do your trick as if it's to Colleen. Here we go.
Yes. Okay, got it. Okay. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Okay. Do you see the card?
Yes, I do. Got it.
Okay. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the card back. Look. You can see it. It's right in there. Okay. Now, is this your card?
Nope.
Okay. I can fix this. Look. Every single card is turned around now, except for the card that you had, which is your card.
You got it. Well done.
Thanks.
Excellent. Cheers to you, my friend.
Yeah.
Well done, Oren. First live streaming success.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
All right. Lots of kudos for Richie. We do have a question from Ad, and I think you've also turned a lot of folks here onto Run Rig. So
yes, all right. Cool.
They gave you a shout, and I think you're giving them some.
I'm applying. They've not posted the job. I'm applying to be their official USA ambassador.
Yeah.
That's my I'm going for.
Hi, Michelle Brearley. Thanks for joining. Michelle wants to know, Glenn, what was something that you learned about yourself in this process that surprised you?
I didn't realize I had so much self-doubt. Going through this whole thing, all those barriers of like, why am I even doing this, was a very kind of interesting moment to kind of work through. And as I say, my beautiful wife encouraging me that whole time was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm glad you overcame the imposter syndrome, because your book is absolutely incredible. And many people are wondering on the line how you do it and how you fit everything all in. And you seem to be good at everything you do. We had another question from Adam, and he wants to know, has your mind ever gone blank right in the middle of a presentation, even though you've prepared? And what did you do?
Yes, it has. I have had that horrible moment where your mind goes blank. Then all you can think about is that your mind is blank. And then you can't start thinking about why is your mind blank. And all you see is this big blank space. So I just tried to take a moment. And I think one trick I've learned over years is what feels like to you as a lifetime of silence to the audience is just only a few seconds. So take a moment, walk back over, look at a note or something, take a breath, even have a little trick. I often have a cup of tea with me, or, you know, whiskey tonight, but not really. Usually when I'm presenting, just take a little sip, take a moment, and then regroup.
I agree. That pause is so much more painful and seems so much longer for you as the presenter than it feels for the audience. In fact, they probably don't mind a second to just absorb everything that has already been said.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Do we have...
We'll see what the burglars are up to. Let's see what the passing zone are doing now.
All right. Let's check in with John and Owen of the passing zone. They are so good and so gracious and so wonderful.
They make me like, just when they've got that like amazing face when you just see them.
They do.
Like be engaged and laugh. It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's like a meant for laugh jokes or it's just the deadpan, they nail it every time. It's so fun. All right. So another question. What did you have to edit out of this book? What didn't make the cut?
So I called the book Before the Mic, and that became my true north, where I held myself accountable. I had so much to say, which might not be a surprise to a lot of people, but a lot of stuff I started veering into stuff that happens when you present, or, you know, tricks in the room. Now, a couple of times I veer into that space and I mention it, kind of excuse it in the book. And it's mostly around the idea of handling questions. And the reason I opted to keep that in, even though that is the presenting part, I opted to keep that in because you have to prepare for and accommodate questions when you're doing the preparation for there. So, but again, my whole book is about everything that happens up till the moment you speak into the microphone. And perhaps there'll be a sequel coming up later, which might be, you know, with the mic, after the mic, who knows?
Well, I think you've already got an audience ready for those sequels. So keep them on your mind. Start your process now, because there's definite interest in an at the mic and after the mic. In fact, one of the questions that we got from Bob is almost more related to your at the microphone. And he's wondering if you have any tips for all the filler words, the the ah, the just, the, you know, we all have ours that we're guilty of.
Yes, I'm laughing at these comments from the passing zone. I'd said to them, like, what about setting a world record of book juggling? They're like, no, that wouldn't be very interesting. So there's a world record of most before the big books there, which is great. I love it. What was the question? About the ums. And I just
the filler words. Do you have any tricks to combat those?
Some people get all wrapped around the axle with those. I think there's natural ones. I would just say, if something becomes distracting, pay attention to it. But if you're so nervous to not have a filler word in there, it's constricting, and it kind of is just unreasonable to think there's not going to be some natural expressions that roll out. So there is a balance between, I don't agree that there should be none, but also if there's so many that's really distracting to the audience, they need to pay attention to it. So I just try to go for being more natural, is more of a true north than trying to be like super clinical.
Yeah, I think being yourself is first and foremost important. The more prepared you are, I think the less filler words you'll use naturally.
Yeah.
Other tricks include asking someone to listen to a rehearsal of the presentation, or you record yourself. And sometimes just being aware of those words helps you naturally cut some of them out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ross wants to know, Ross Gibson, hi. How do you handle awkward questions or questions that you don't know the answer to?
Is this an awkward question that you're asking? Yeah. Great question. The best way to handle it is to anticipate awkward questions and go into a presentation with a strategy, knowing how you're going to handle it. However, I have been flummoxed before where people throw a curveball at you. Again, sometimes people will ask questions, they're angry about something, and you just get the brunt of it because you're the one with the microphone in your hand. So I usually, if it's a super awkward question, I'll say, great question, thank you so much. Let's talk about that afterwards, and then just move on and have a strategy to deal with it.
Yeah, I agree. So this one is kind of a partner to that one. Have you ever been heckled? How do you answer tough questions?
I've not been directly heckled, but I have had like someone in the audience or multiple people in the audience over the years who are stuck on something and just at risk derail because they keep asking the same questions, and it's maybe something about them personally or their setup specifically, and that's been the hardest. And I have allowed those to completely disrupt me before, and now you just kind of learn how to kind of do that. Like, thank you so much, we'll talk to you later, and just you kind of have to kind of stay in control so that you can keep going.
Yeah, same. I have been heckled. And I have to remind myself, this is not about me. This is about some other issue that they're having. And I just do my best to table it and take it offline. So in the promotion and as part of this process, Glenn, I know that you've updated some of your social media to Tartan Glenn.
Yes.
Can you first explain the moniker Tartan and Tartan Glenn, what that means?
So tartan is my favorite color. I have tartan everything in my house, all these cups and all that kind of stuff. So I decided as part of this venture to make my own tartan. So this is my own custom design that goes along. My social media handles are Tartan Glenn on all over the place. So I made this tartan to go along with it, and that's going to be my little go forward. One day I will have a kilt in this tartan.
I love it. So how is a tartan different from a plaid?
It's just kind of different names for the same thing, but tartans really usually define a family or a clan. And, you know, that is, my clan is Buchanan, and the tartans are, the color is wild, all reds and oranges and greens. But yeah, so tartan is usually associated with a family. Plaid's another name for it. Plaid can be just a generic pattern.
Okay, got it. Tim Talixon is with us, and he wants to know, he said he's got the hard copy and the Kindle version. When will he get to hear the audio book? When is that going to be out?
I can exclusively reveal that the audiobook will be coming next. So that is my next project after this that I'm looking forward to getting recording.
Will you read it yourself? Read by the author?
I will read it myself, yes.
Excellent. All right. And I love John Mancini's comment about super awkward questions. He said you could do the politician thing and just answer something they didn't ask. So I love that advice too.
Excellent.
Okay. So we talked briefly about the tartan and the mugs. It's hard to see, but you can see at the top of our little banner, the little tartan plaid within the heart on the mug. Well, we've got some of these mugs, before the mic mugs, to give away. And the way you can win is to help Glenn decide on which of these two videos he should release next for his book. So the first video that he's going to play, we're going to call this the shark video. It's just a couple seconds long. We're going to watch two videos. The first one is the shark video, and then you're going to tell us which one you like better and why. So just comment in the chat which one you like better. I've seen these both. It's so hard to decide. Okay, so that was the shark video.
Okay.
You got a couple comments just to interject that Michelle wants a tartan now and Kay wants a mug. So we'll see what we can do.
You have to give us your thoughts, Kay, in order to win. So what we're going to do, if you put your thoughts in, we're going to play a second video, and then we're going to have something else playing, and then think about it, put in your thoughts of which of these two videos that we're about to see, and whoever picks the winning video, 5 months to give away. So let's kind of see what happens.
So next up, we have what we'll call the tightrope video. First one was shark. This one is the tightrope video, both made by Glenn and team. Which one do you like better? So suspenseful, Tom Vitale says. So both videos are excellent. Send in your votes on Shark versus Tightrope. In the meantime, we have a song by Richie. He's doing a cover of Survivin' by Bastille. So Richie Muir, who did the Run Rig cover of One Rig.
Yep, and we have some of our friends from Scotland that assembled a little virtual band, and I was very privileged that they asked me to join them. So here is the song.
Ooh, a couple votes for Shark video coming in so far.
Okay.
So keep the votes coming, Shark or Tightrope.
Had a great 7-year white knuckle ride, killing time flying high as I held on tight to you. To you. Did it blow my mind on the wild side, singing hallelujah to him every night with you. With you. I'm not gonna lie, say I've been alright, 'cause it feels like I've been living upside down. What can I say? I'm surviving, crawling up these sheets to see another day. What can I say? I'm surviving, and I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, I think I'll be fine. You, yeah. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Like a thundercloud in November rain, is a black dog out running wild again for you, for you. Trying to stream my way to a better life, let a daydream crash like vanilla sky. To you, to you, I'm not gonna lie, say I've been alright, 'cause it feels like I've been living upside down. What can I say? I'm surviving, crawling out these sheets to see another day. What can I say? I'm surviving, and I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, I think I'll be fine. You, yeah. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. You, yeah. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. What can I say? I'm surviving, crawling out these sheets to see another day. What can I say? I'm surviving, and I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, I think I'll be fine.
Love it. Well played was the name of the band, all tied into the Tartan.
Yeah. I don't know, Glenn. It's awfully close between the Shark video and the Tightrope video. Maybe a few more Sharks. I'll have to count because we've only aggregated from
You decide,
platforms.
Colleen. You're the host. You make the call.
Oh, I think I'm going to have to go with the Tightrope video. It's really close.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
Wow.
cool.
Tom Lewis says Tightrope. Sometimes that's how presenting feels.
All right. So, Tom, we're going to give, if you shout out your name, you get a mug. Send me your address. I'll send it to you. So, Tom Lewis, Tightrope. Okay. I'm just kind of looking through here. Alex Vocoder, a little like the music at the end of the Tightrope right here. Mm-hmm. Jess Wilmot, Tightrope visuals are awesome.
Yep. Melinda Stefan said Tightrope is cool.
Melinda, okay. One more. Who do we see?
Paige Bruno said, I like the Tightrope. It gave me more of the anxiety of like, wow, you're right. Presenting can be scary.
Awesome. All right, cool. Well, they're both going to see the light of day. That's the next one that I'm going to do. So when I share it, if you could do me the honor of continuing to share and all that kind of stuff along with that would be amazing. So thank you. So we pick 5 names. We can.
I think we did. And just in case, I'll throw in a bonus. I have to say hi to my friend Megan Mallory, who says that this book launch is pure fire, Glenn. So
Oh,
she
Megan.
says hi. She loves the DJ. She doesn't think it could be any better time, and she's looking forward to applying your honed principles soon.
Oh, Megan, for such a great quote, you get a mug too. Send in your address.
We would absolutely love to get you on. This is so much fun. All right. So as we round out here, you know, a couple more questions for Glenn. Please feel free to type them in, and I will for sure read them aloud. But a couple that we had prepared, you know, Glenn, this book is peppered with songs. It uses a songwriting analogy. You play the drums. Can you talk a little bit about that? You know, the jam session bookmarks.
Yes, here's the whole point of the book, is that there is such a correlation between presenting and the act of being on stage and performing anything, but music is the thing that I chose. And while anyone can get up on stage and sing karaoke, not everyone knows how to write a great song.
Mm-hmm.
And as presenters, we have got to learn that skill of composing something great. So I pepper music all the way through, which is why it's such an honor that one of the best songwriters on the planet, Rory McDonald, even commented on that, which is just blows my mind. But I carry on all the way through. So there is actually a Spotify playlist that goes along with the book. So I mentioned multiple songs. I tried to pick good ones as well as songs that tied into the content. On my website, there is the Spotify playlist that you can go. It's a great listen. I can say that confidently because I didn't write any of the songs. I just chose them, and it goes along with it. So maybe you can enjoy listening listen and read, or you can discover some new music or whatever too. I was jamming to it the other night, and I love it.
Yeah, it's very fun. I gave it a listen to the other day. So the playlist is very fun. I love all the musical analogies. You do some with regard to songwriting as well. You also give a nod to two of your favorite artists, Jewel and Bono from U2. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. If you had to pick one, who would you choose?
It depends. It depends. Pick one for what? If we're gonna go for like a date or something, maybe it would be Joe. No, my wife's listening. I won't say that. I'm just kidding. I would definitely have to go for it. I would pick Bono. I would love to go for a pint with Bono. He's the man. Definitely.
Very good. So can you leave us with just one thing, like almost like one piece of presenting preparation advice for the audience?
Maybe I'll tell this one through song. So here we go.
For it.
Here we go. This is a song recorded by my brother for all PowerPoint creators out there. And this song is mentioned in the book as part of the playlist with a clue with some advice that we should give. So let's try this. All right. So what do you think? Comments, please. What is the clue that is the thing that PowerPoints should be? Any ideas out there?
The name of the song is what we're looking for.
Well, we can put you out of your misery. I don't know, Ross, if you're a guitar player. Oh, yes, Bob Dunning.
I've got it. Yes.
Your mug. Send me your address, Bob. I'll send you one.
More than words by Extreme. So how does that relate to your one tip?
PowerPoints should be more than words. We can just leave it at that. And I would say that one thing is focus more on the words that you're saying first, rather than the stuff that's going to be projected. What's projected should support, reinforce, be a compliment to what you're saying, but should not be the one thing. So more than words is the thing right there. And by the way, I have to give a shout out. My website is absolutely, I love it. And it is all thanks to Ben Bykowski. He is the man. He has put as much energy into this as I have. And I thoroughly appreciate. I wouldn't even have been able to pull off this launch without him crushing this stuff. I thoroughly appreciate it. So Ben, thank you so much. It is amazing. So good.
Thank you to Ben for sure. Your website looks amazing. He does a lot of the web design for Highland. Absolutely incredible. Okay, as we round out here, can you quickly give us the details of Ready Presenter 1, the competition that you've got set for the book?
Yes, I'm very excited about this. So I have hidden 2 Easter eggs, little kind of hidden things within my book. And I have released a riddle which can only be solved by looking through the pages of the book. No purchase necessary. there is a page on my website that has the riddle with the answer to be found. And there is a leaderboard out there, ready, player 1 style. We're going Ready Presenter 1. So all the terms and conditions are out there. There's no monetary prize. This is a trophy-based prize.
Glory.
And for glory, for eternally to have your name etched on this leaderboard, to see if we're on the same wavelength. And I'm going to read this little thing right now, if I can find it in all of my notes. The little, here we go. This is the riddle that can be decoded in the book. Are you ready? This is also on the website. This
all right, go.
9 times throughout the book. Go on, take a second look. Good voice hides but is not shy. Put these on, they'll make you fly.
Ooh.
So if we can get the answers. Now, I have no idea if this will be solved in 3.5 seconds or people will, think about it for a while and then give up. But I'm going to run this competition to see out there. It will finally close at the end of December or once there's 10 people who will be added chronologically. And after that, I will reveal the answer. And then I will reveal the second Easter egg from the book too.
Ooh, I can't wait. Just hearing that riddle, this is the first time I've heard it. I don't know what it is. It would definitely take me a second to flip through the book and think about it. So it'll be fun. Well, you said you're taking 10 submissions?
I take as many submissions, but the first 10 to get it correct will have their name on that leaderboard. The top 3 will get a trophy and the others will get a mug.
Excellent. All right, Glenn, was there anything else you wanted to share with the group today or anything else you wanted to do before we close out and thank everyone?
I just want to say thank you so much to everybody for your support. It blows my mind. It is just absolutely overwhelming, the wonderful words of support that you've given. And Colleen, we worked together for 15 years. Our kids were born days apart in the same hospital. Our journeys have been inextricably linked. It is my honor and privilege that you agreed to do this tonight, and you have just exceeded all I could ever possibly hope for. I thank you so much. It is so wonderful. So Colleen,
Glenn, you are the king of presentations, and I've worked for you for so many years because I admire you and look up to you, and you make our team better. It has been a pleasure to be your host. I'm so proud of you. Thank you again to everyone on the line for all your support live and buying, writing reviews for the book, and so much more. Please share this. We appreciate you.
Please.
And let's back to the DJ to round us out.
We've got one last song to play. This is a Scottish song from the Little Assembled Band, Well Played. It's going to play us out. Then we'll put up some of your comments on the screen. We'll close out, and then we'll have an after party with the DJ and stick around as long as you want. So
if you'd like to. Tess Hoff, thank you for joining. Hi, Katie Alberti. We miss you. Thank you for joining, Adam Shane.
There's a man I meet, walks up our street. He's a worker for the council, it's been 20 years. And he takes no lip of nobody and litter off the gutter. Puts it in a bag and never thinks to mutter. And he packs his lunch in a sun-blessed bag, and the children call him Bogey. He never lets on. I know 'cause he was told me. He let me know a secret about the money in his kitty. Gonna buy a dinghy, gonna call her Dignity. And I'll sail her up the west coast, through villages and towns. I'll be on my holidays, they'll be doing the rounds. They'll ask me how I got her, I'll say, I saved my money. I said, isn't she pretty? That ship called Dignity. And I'm telling this story in a faraway scene. I'm sipping down Rocky and I'm reading Maynard Keynes, and I'm thinking about home and all that that means, and a place in the winter, the dignity. And I'll sail her up the west coast through villages and towns. I'll be on my holidays, they'll be doing the rounds. They'll ask me how I got her, I'll say, I saved my money. I said, isn't she pretty? That ship called Dignity.
Richie does it again. You're muted.
May as well finish off with that. Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Honestly, your comments are just so wonderful. It's just blowing my mind. I love it. Thank you.
Oh, heartwarming for sure. Lots of praise, lots of accolades, lots of love. DJ Fire Nation, bring us home.
Yep. All right, babe. It's all you. Hit us with some of your best tunes and we'll get some of these comments playing up. Thank you, everyone. This is the after party now. Refresh your drinks. We'll be on for another 5-10 minutes or so. Let DJ Fire Nation do your thing, man.
Yeah. Thanks for the tip, Alex Sheen. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks,
nice
Alex.
to see you on.